Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Thursday afternoon. If you jump on, please say hi. We are here with my good friend Liz, Dr. Liz. We are going to be sharing some knowledge on products that we are loving, talk about your immune system, why it's important to also have a multivitamin within your daily routine. So again, if you jump on, say hi in the comments. Let us know your weather today. It's sunny here now, but still super cold. But I'm loving that the sun's out. It makes me happy. So again, say hi. Dr. Liz is here. She's connecting to her page. So I'm just going to show you. We are going to cover our multivitamin. It's called Balance, and we're going to cover what's in it and why it's so good. And then we also are going to talk about our immune system and the immunity pack that we have. You can buy. See, where's my camera?
I know, right?
Fortify, yeah. Our Fortify, which is our vitamin C blend. It has zinc, elderberry. We'll get into all the goodness. And our Support, which is our vitamin D and K blend. You can get them together, which is great for this time of year, or get them separate. So we're going to go over those and explain those to you guys as well. I take all of them daily right now since it's that time of year. And, you know, I did a post yesterday. I know, Liz, you posted this before too, about your immune systems, having zinc, having elderberry, having the vitamin C, D, K, all of that together for cold and flu season and the C word.
Yeah. I love that that's how everyone refers to it now.
Well, we don't want to get flagged,
The C word used to mean something else.
I know. So if you get the F or the C. Sorry. Anyways, if you're on, say hi. Don't mind us. Getting my second kick with the zest today. So Dr. Liz, take it away. I'm going to stop.
Sure. On that note. Okay. So we're going to talk some products and, but I want to talk about something because I had a friend reach out and it was real super interesting. And I just wanted, it really did make me think. And you hear the marketing, guys, the way mass media marketing is a big thing. Okay. So you're constantly hearing about boost your immunity, immune boosting, immune busting, all of it. Right. Well, it's not so much about increasing the immune system itself, right? It's about improving the functionality of the immune system. And that's something that we talk about. We don't claim to heal, treat, diagnose, any of that. For those that don't know me, especially if you're watching from Mandy's page, I have my doctorate in physical therapy, and I'm a board certified neuro specialist, but I've been I've been deep into nutrition for the last 2 years now.
You're in the rabbit hole of nutrition.
Well, yeah, I'm not dabbling in any way whatsoever. I'm deep into nutrition for like the last couple of years. And that stems from actually my own kind of autoimmune and immune issues and chronic illness and all of that, and just being sick of being sick. My husband used to say I was the healthiest sick person he knew because of everything that I was going through. I'm like, that sucks. So, it really is more about improving the functionality, and why we talk about these products, why we are so passionate, why these are so important is because that is what they do. They improve the functionality of your body. They get inside, and not only are they, I'll start with the multivitamin. Okay. Not only is it giving you the vitamins and minerals that you need, that every multivitamin on the market claims to have, and that whole thing, but they're unique in that they are plant-based. So like our vitamin A is not palmitate, it's beta carotene it's a plant-based function of vitamin A. Our vitamin C is acerola cherries, it's a food. Our vitamin D, or not vitamin D, our vitamin E is a tocotrienol from the annatto plant from the Amazon. Okay. So they're not, and vitamin E on everything else, you're going to see tocopherol. I'm not going to go deep into that because I could, but just know that vitamin E in and of itself, tocotrienol is 40 to 60 times more potent than any tocopherol product. So even that alone is a reason for this multivitamin because it's in there. Okay. So the plant-based form of all of it means that your body doesn't have to fight the synthetics. It doesn't have to break down the chemicals. It doesn't have to figure out what to do with it because it's not foreign. Okay. And then you combine that with the herb and nootropic blends of stuff. We'll call it just stuff because and so that we don't get like way too deep into sciencey, but there's these specific blends that come with the multivitamin, that come with support, that are going to help your body again utilize everything in it that much better. And I didn't even mention the minerals are chelated. Okay. And they're chelated with a very specific patented process called TRAACS, TRAACS. Go look it up. I'm not going to go dive deep into it, but know that a chelated mineral is encapsulated in an amino acid. It's an amino acid your body needs, your body recognizes, it knows what it is. It gets right to the mineral and it helps your body absorb and use it better. Minerals are one of the hardest compounds for our bodies to absorb and utilize because so often not only are they synthetic, they're just a difficult digestion. Think iron, think zinc, things like that. They're just difficult for the body to know what to do with. But when it's chelated, when it's wrapped in this amino acid, the body can more easily break it down and do what it needs to do with it. So that's kind of in and of it in a nutshell. I can get words out.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. I used to take a multivitamin. It was like a gummy. And my husband still does his gummies just because he can't take pills. Like we're really working on him because I put this support that we'll talk about next. I put it in his coffee because I love with all of these, we can open our capsules and put it into something. So that's what I'm going to try to get him onto balance. But just looking at the ingredients from what I was taking compared to our balance now, it's mind blowing. Everything I was taking was synthetic. Didn't have as much in it either. And it's sugars.
Yeah.
Like I don't want sugars with my vitamins. Like it's not okay.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that I take that every day now. I take 2 at night because.
Yeah. So I was going to talk about the blends a little bit. So I was trying to pull that up as we were talking. So I pulled it up. So the blends are what I think, on top of the fact that they're plant and food-based vitamins, on top of the fact that they're chelated minerals, like that's your basic multivitamin, vitamins and minerals, right? So, but you don't see these additions so often. And this is what really sets it apart. So there's a microbiome food blend, okay? Your microbiome is the genetic material of everything within the human body. Okay. So this is literally a whole body gene support is what you'll call it. Okay. I'm going down another rabbit hole. I'm not quite there to share all the knowledge I'm learning, but I'm going to preface it with saying that the myth of chronic disease being inherited because our genes set us up for that, I don't think is 100% the way that we need to be looking at health right now. We have, just like in everything else in our world, we have choices, and what we present ourselves with and the choices we make also influence how those genes are then present, how they express themselves in our body. Okay. So you might be more susceptible to something, but just because you have something doesn't mean you're doomed for it. Okay. And so this is something that can support that. This microbiome food blend can support that. And within that, you've got ashwagandha. Again, Google it. You're going to see crazy amounts of research on it. It's been used for a very long time. So there's ashwagandha in there. It's an ancient medicinal herb. Dandelion leaf extract. I know that that's a big craze. I see dandelion tea out places, dandelion root powder. So dandelion leaf extract.
I've been seeing that a lot more lately.
Yeah. So really big in antioxidant and anti-inflammatories. Funny story about that. So we don't spray pesticides. We don't spray like weed killer. Like we've gone like really natural because we're trying to build our homestead and our gardens and stuff. And my son, who has a sensory feeding issue, okay, started eating dandelion heads this summer. And I was like, wait, what are you doing? Like,
oh no.
But my husband was like, it's so good for you. I'm like, okay. Like,
let me look into that.
Can we limit the number of them at least?
Right.
So funny story. But dandelion leaf extract is in there. We've got shiitake mushroom powder. I know you've probably heard of mushroom coffee, there's mushroom stuff out there. And mushrooms have great health benefits. So goji berries are huge in antioxidants. They also help with sleep and weight loss. And they also are an immune modulating fruit. And then they also help your body support vitamin C, fiber, iron, vitamin A. So they actually help. Again, I'm talking about blends that are going to teach your body to do what it's supposed to, so that you don't have to supplement all the time. You don't have to worry about whether you're deficient, because you're not going to be, because your body's going to learn how to do it on its own again. Because likely you're not getting what you need from your foods themselves. Camu fruit powder is a superfood. It's got certain nutrients, including vitamin C. It's an immune system modulator, again, high in antioxidants. So there's even more. That's just like half of what's in that microbiome food blend. You can see how it's whole body support, right? Like you can see that it's going to work throughout the entire body because of its antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, it's immune system boosting. Okay. Then we've got a cellular health blend. Now, when I talk cellular health, I'm literally talking about the cells of your body, the cells that communicate to help you function, that carry out the messages that are going on inside your body every single day. Okay. So you've got resveratrol, which is it comes from a Japanese knotwood. This is a complex. It's high in polyphenols. These are plant-based chemicals, again, antioxidant. Grapeseed, green tea, pumpkin powder, olive leaf extract, broccoli sprout powder. Who hates broccoli? I hate it. It's so good for you, but I hate it. Like I can eat most other green anything. I can't do broccoli. I do like every few weeks because I need to get my kids to eat it, but it's not my favorite. And then we've actually got two products that come from marigolds. So it's lutein and zeaxanthin. Again, really high antioxidant, great for eye health. Just an amazing blend of complexes that you're not, in order to get all of that on its own, it would cost a fortune. Okay. And you'd be putting powders in mixes for days. Like it would just be, so it's this tiny little capsule that you can, I open it up and I sprinkle it in my kids' smoothies. My kids do not take kid multivitamins anymore. They take this. Yep. And you just open it up. And I did do some research.
I don't want to waste it.
Right. I did do some research, and I'm not going to share it here because that's outside of kind of my realm of what I should be, but if you message me on your own and you want to talk independently, I can. But I did research kind of levels for kids and things like that. So I knew like how much to give, because obviously what's recommended on our bottles and things like that is for an adult. So I kind of, I adjusted that doing some of my own research. And then the final blend with our multivitamin is it's got our enzyme blend. So your body has to be able to break things down. Enzymes are what break it down. We are an enzyme deficient population because we don't eat the foods that replenish our enzymes. And so our body stops making them. Like we're not feeding the system. We're depleting the system almost every time we eat. I take that back. If you are a plant-based, if you are a whole raw food diet person, I'm not saying diet as in like you're restricting your food, like diet is what you eat on a regular basis. You likely are replenishing your enzymes and you're getting your vitamins and all that. You still want to be careful about your sourcing, because where your food comes from, you might be getting great foods, but if you don't know the source of those foods, whether or not it actually has the nutritional value of it is questionable. So knowing the source of your foods is also super important. But if you have any sort of digestive issue, if you have any sort of, I would call it ailment, if you are being seen for something or you don't feel 100% all the time, there could be an enzyme deficiency within your body. And so boosting those enzymes are going to help support the millions of processes taking place in your body every second. And as you get those enzymes working again, it helps to break down everything, and you're going to extract your nutrients better. They're going to get throughout the rest of your body easier. You're going to start to feel better. This is not in particular one of our impact products, but I can tell you, if you're someone that already takes a multivitamin and you replace it with this, you will notice a difference. However, it may take 30, 60, 90 days, because these are not fast fix things.
Right.
We are trying to get at the core of the stem of the symptoms and help heal. But I shouldn't use that word. Anyway, you're trying to train your body
to get your body back into the correct zone it should be in. Like, I've been now taking.
You got to bring homeostasis.
Right. Yes, homeostasis. I did have that written down. I did. I read that earlier when I was going over my notes. But it takes time. Like, I've literally been taking these now for a year. And, I noticed within the first few months, and then I kind of lost track. Then I got more consistent now, and I'm very consistent, and I can tell you how much better I feel.
Yeah.
I feel healthier in my skin, in my body. I don't have the discomfort. I don't have the bloat. And I know it's because I'm getting the enzymes from different parts of the supplements I take, especially the multivitamin. Okay. Now let's switch into our immunity blend pack that we have. So we have Fortify. So Dr. Liz talked about our vitamin C not being ascorbic acid, because a lot of vitamin C, if you take one, you can see it's sourced from ascorbic acid, right? Ours is the, like you said, now I'm losing my train of thought. The acerola cherries. Yep. See, I say that wrong too. So just Google
I don't know.
Acerola cherries, see the benefits versus the ascorbic acid. Like, you're actually getting the plant in here. And then we also have zinc in it, elderberry. I have to pull up the
black currant.
Yes, I just said this to my mom, because I'm like, you need to be taking this, and my dad.
Yeah.
So
there's also orange juice powder. So again, like another source, you're getting that citrus. And then on top of that citrus, you're getting citrus bioflavonoids. And those are actually known to improve blood flow and ease swelling. So usually if you're not feeling well, there's like some stagnant blood somewhere. And so that's going to naturally help to just increase your blood flow, make sure everything's, circulating the way that it should. And then on top of it, it has the proprietary enzyme blend. So again, it's going to help your body break it down in order to use it. The one thing we didn't say was something called D-ribose. And so if that's something, some people may have heard of it, some people not, let us know. You can always comment and let us know if you've heard of it. Is that a supplement you take? Because it is sold on its own too. But it's an essential component of our cellular energy. So it literally is it's something that our cells need in order to function. And it's right here within an immunity blend, right? It helps to recover energy that is stored in cells. It has been shown, and there's research pending on improving heart function, improving symptoms of pain, improving exercise performance, and improving muscle function. All things that tend to slow down and shut off when you're not feeling well, right? So like, that's only one component of the blend in itself, which I think is, again, that's why these blends are so amazing.
Yeah.
I do think one of the things here too, when we talk about just immune system function, I kind of alluded to this with the whole boosting, right? Boost your immune system. Well, if you're someone that has an autoimmune diagnosis, from a medical doctor, you might stray away if someone starts saying, well, I want to increase the functionality of my immune system. You really don't, because an autoimmune disorder means that your immune system's already attacking the healthy cells in your body. What you want to do is improve the regulation of your immune system. And so one of the key components of our immune system is our T cells. Our T cells are one of the regulatory bodies of the immune system, if you want to say. So like, they help to regulate the functionality of the rest of the immune system. And so T cell functionality is impacted by vitamin D, which we're going to talk about in just a second. Zinc, which is actually part of this, vitamin E, which we mentioned previously with our balance, and then the combination of probiotics and green tea. There's more, but those five, main categories are all things that you can be utilizing within your diet or within your supplements to help the functionality of your immune system. So you actually need an increase in T cell function to help to down regulate the function of the rest of the immune system so that it's not overdoing its job within your body. Right. So that's something that, just be wary of who's telling you what when it comes to immune system stuff, because not everyone's taking into account, and you know yourself better, you know yourself best too. So if you've got anything like that, just make sure that you're aware of the different functions of the immune system too.
Right. So with our Fortify blend, my kids take it, they share a packet.
Yeah.
They literally, I just pour it on a spoon. They lick it off the spoon. You can pour it into water and mix it. I didn't like it that way. I just take it like a pixie stick. Yeah. My healthy pixie stick is what I say.
Yes. Yes.
So whenever we travel, we always start it like 2 days before travel.
Yep.
And then we have it during our trip, and then when we get back. But right now too, I'm making sure we're doing this like every other day, just to make sure we're staying up with it. But every day right now, since we don't have a lot of sun, it's winter, we're low on our vitamin D. I know we just talked about, you got your levels checked. I've never had my levels checked, so I need to. So anyone out there, next time you go to the doctor, get your levels checked with your vitamins, especially vitamin D. So our support is vitamin D and K blend, and I love that. What I've learned is that we need vitamin K to help vitamin D be absorbed in our body. And it helps, just overall fighting sickness, bone health. Liz, you can say more. But I open the capsules, and like I said, my husband's like a child. I open them and I put them in our coffee in the morning. I even do it too, because I don't want to take so many pills a day.
Okay.
So spreading out my supplements throughout the day. This is first thing in the morning for us. I open it, put it in our Mojo, mix it up. So I do 2 capsules of that. And Dr. Liz just got her levels checked, and she was borderline low. So she's using 4 a day now. So you can do that as well. So you want to touch base a little bit.
So, and that's, that's the important thing to know too, is that when you go to get a basic blood panel, they're not going to check your vitamin levels. They're not going to check your mineral levels. They're going to do a basic blood. They're going to look at your red blood cells, your white blood cells, your cholesterol, those kinds of things. Okay. I specifically asked to have my vitamin and mineral levels checked. And so my vitamin D, my husband is notoriously low in vitamin D, and mine, what is that? I go up and down.
Wave? Your wave? Here in the ocean?
Yeah, something. Guys, the end of the week, sidebar, I've been getting up at 5 a.m. every day. It's like this thing I'm trying to for the new year. By Thursday, I'm feeling it. So anyway, so the low end of vitamin D is 32. Mine was at 34. So I'm increasing the number I take, because what I like about ours is that it's not just D2 or D3, it's both. And so D2 is your short acting. So you can take a lot of D2 in a short period of time and then go get your levels rechecked, and it'll still be in your blood. Okay. But if you're only taking D2, and let's say, depending on when you took it, or let's say you take it for a couple months and then you stop taking it, your levels likely aren't going to stay elevated. They're going to decrease over time because it's a short acting form. So by having D2 and D3, and both of ours are from plants. So the vitamin D2 is the ergocalciferol, and ours is from, I want to say ours is from mushrooms. Don't quote me on that. I don't have it sitting in front of me, but I want to say it's from there. And then I know our D3 is derived from algae. So I just can't remember what the D2 one is. But in addition to having both of those, The D3 is the longer acting. So you're going to raise the blood vitamin D levels for a longer period than you would in just taking D2. And then you add in the vitamin K and your body's going to absorb it much better. And you're going to actually, when I say absorb, you can take it and it can get into your bloodstream, but your body needs vitamin D for other functionalities too. So it needs it, and vitamin D is what helps our bodies absorb calcium. It also, vitamin D helps to decrease the risk for diabetes and some forms of cancer, so cell functionality. And it's metabolized by our liver and our kidneys. So it's important to know that, like, if you're someone who has liver dysfunction or kidney dysfunction, having a plant-based source of it is going to be much better than having a synthetic form, because it's going to be easier metabolized in those organs than it would if it's synthetic and your body's having to break it down and, mess with it a little bit more. The other thing I really like is that there's different forms of vitamin K. Ours is research-based, the best form of vitamin K on the market. It's called menaquinone 7. I think I said that right. But it's K2.
Yeah, you say it better than I would.
It's K2MK7, okay? And so vitamin K, along with vitamin D absorption, our body uses vitamin K to make proteins that are found in our blood, okay? One of them being prothrombin, which we need for clotting. So if you're someone that, bleeds or has a clotting disorder, this is something you actually need. Now, if you're someone who overclots, it's something to be, maybe talk to your doctor about it, because vitamin K is something you don't want to mess with. So something important to know there. We need vitamin K to make bone and kidney tissue. So without vitamin K, we are going to see a depletion in our bone density and our kidney function could decline. Okay. Let's see, what else do I work off of notes. I don't memorize all of this. I work off of notes. You can get vitamin K from your diet. Okay. But again, let's list out where vitamin K is found. And I would love to know in the comments who likes these foods, because so many people don't. It's your green leafy vegetables. It's that broccoli we talked about earlier. It's cabbage, it's kale, it's spinach, turnip greens, liver. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Those are the foods that have the highest levels of vitamin K. If you want to get it from a true, 100% food based, there you go. Go ahead, some of that, and you likely are going to need it in a much higher quantity. Again, because of the way our food is farmed these days. Just because it's kale doesn't mean it has the same vitamin level as kale did 30 years ago. Okay. Right. So that's actually a really significant thing that we have found, which has been a big motivator for us and what we do in our garden now with where we're living. So the MK7, though, the studies on it have shown that the K2 MK7 is most efficiently absorbed by the body, and it has the greatest bioavailability. So it's going to get into the bloodstream. It's going to get into the system. Your body's going to use it the most effectively than it is compared to any other vitamin K form out there. So by combining the two into a blend, again, an amazing blend, and it has our enzyme blend. So if you are someone who has that enzyme deficiency, you're not going to have to worry about it because it's built in to help your body get to it the best way it can.
Right. Perfect. Well, that's what we all have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much, Dr. Liz. I love your brain and knowledge. I know you say you off the notes, but I just love listening to you talk and explain everything because it just makes perfect sense. So yeah, if you guys have questions, put them in the comments or just reach out to us. We'd be happy to discuss it more with you. We hope you're having a great day. Happy weekend eve.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Thursday. Yep.
Thursday or Friday Junior. It's Friday Junior.
There you go. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your day, and we hope to hear from you. Bye.
Bye.